Do not worry.
Well, howdy, everybody. Welcome to a brand new Do Not Worry stream coming to you late. It's 12:30 a.m. here in Lebanon. Was supposed to come live, like 3 hours ago or something. But life gets in the way sometimes. We're doing it late. We're doing it live. We're doing it late. And I brought back the fire, the epic fire theme. I hated the blue mess, the blue chat thing. I hated the blue members thing. I hated the blue chat that came over here. We're back to the fire. We're back to Dungeons and Dragon looking shit, Lord of the Rings. Thank you, folks. Thank you. The beanie is literally there to hide my bad hair. It is literally to hide the bad hair. Hello, chat is working. Chat is working. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. So this is going to be a fun, chill stream. We're just going to be reacting to Anna Kasparian being on Club Random, which is the name of Bill Maher's podcast. They got into some spicy topics, which we're going to watch. And I'm not alone tonight. I'm joined by Maki. Let me zoom into little Makuki over here. We chilling with Maki. Hello, chat. Hello, members. I'm gonna thank a few members in the live chat, folks. We usually thank members when we start the show. Instead of looking at a list, I'm just going to thank members in the live chat. And if you guys would like to support the channel, become one of our members. We're trying to get to 350 members. We're at 324. Let me take a second to thank lovely members such as Antenna Tower. Hello, Antenna Tower. Eliza BCDEFG. Hello, Eliza. Rave. Hello, Starman Wakalaka. Hidden Iron. Thank you guys so much for being members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. We cannot do this without you guys. Also, if you guys would like to support us on Patreon, you guys can make sure that I can keep the crew paid, that we can keep the lights on, folks. Let me take a second to thank some lovely patrons as well. God-tier patrons like Elia Mujabbir, Daniel Nechle, superhero patrons like Jordan M, Rana F, blonde patrons like Unidentified Florida Man, and Lipton Ramen. And abductee patrons like Bertram Bulk, and the Pigeon. Oh, the graphic is back, folks. Jim D. Dukers, our beloved patron and member and moderator. The return of the, and I love the animation, folks. I'm sorry, they're back. Jim, thank you so much for the generous dono. Nata, Maki, say thank you. Nata's around. She's behind the TV. No, there she goes. There she comes, coming out of her hiding spot. Nata spilled my drink all over the desk today, didn't you, Nata? So, folks, thank you to our beloved patrons. Thank you to our beloved members. Thank you for your continued support of this channel. Whoops, spoiler alert, but you guys don't have to do any of those things to support the channel. It is more than enough for you guys to simply like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're watching live, subscribe to the channel, like the video, jump into the live chat, have some fun, join our Discord. We have a lovely Discord community. If you're watching the video replay, like the video, leave a comment, etc. All that stuff. We're planning a bunch of streams for this week. I want to do a whole stream talking about the Netflix taking over Warner Brothers, taking over and Paramount Paramount trying to do a hostile takeover. The whole thing. What's good? What's bad? I mean, it's all bad. Warner Brothers shouldn't be acquired by anyone. But what's better? Paramount owned by the Ellisons or Netflix, like the streaming giant that's trying to put an end to theatrical distribution and theatrical movies. So we're in for a fun adventure. So I want to do a whole live stream just talking about that, just talking movies, talking movie industry. It's my specialty, to be honest with you guys. Like, I know I've been having to talk about politics and geopolitics and stuff, but my specialty, I've been working in television and film for like 7 years. I've been commentating and I've been a movie and like TV pundit for many years. My first foray into YouTube was like film criticism and film industry commentary. So I very much am very familiar with like the TV and film landscape and stuff. So I'm going to do a whole live stream on that shit, folks. All right. We're going to have fun. Zaid Badra, thank you so much for the €1 dono. Thank you so much. Just sent a donation with no message. Thank you. Very, very generous. We love you, Zaid. Thank you. All right. With all that down, having thanked our members, our patrons, it is time. Let me thank a couple more members. One Saliva Bubble and Chakra Guide. Thank you. And Yusuf T93. Excuse me. Okay. Anna Kasparian. As you guys know, Anna Kasparian, controversial host of TYT, co-host of TYT, also now the main host of Her Take, Valuetainment. Lots of controversial takes. Anna Kasparian, at this point, we disagree with most of her takes, except for her take on... She's based when it comes to Palestine and Israel. Everything else, whether it's trans rights or crime or homelessness, or she's kind of gone off the deep end and is trying to, you know, appeal to a more right-wing audience. And even now, I mean, come to think of it, being anti-Israel also does wonders to appeal to a right-wing audience. So even that, at this point, is not even a leftist thing. But she was on Bill Maher. Bill Maher is a fucking prick. Bill Maher is a liberal Zionist. He is like the worst of the worst when it comes to Democrats. Neoliberal, war hawks, racist, Islamophobic, just piece of shit. I used to like Bill Maher back in the day. I used to like his shit back then, you know? When I used to think a little bit differently. When I used to find, like, atheists that were, like, edgy. Like, I used to find that entertaining. Like, oh, he made a whole documentary making fun of religion. Yeah, that's great. Like, the fucking his movie called Religulous. I used to like that shit back in the day, folks. Judge me all you want. You're allowed. So, with that said, Anna Kasparian was a guest on his show, and I just saw a couple of clips going viral on Twitter. I didn't even fucking watch the whole thing, to be honest with you guys. The full clips, like, he's like, would you be allowed to wear what you're wearing right now in the Middle East? Something like that. So we're just going to jump in. Okay, here is, let's go into their video. Ba-bang. It's the first time we react to this podcast in full. I hope they're not litigious. You know, we're going to do our regular commentary. Look, let's just take a quick look at the chapters. Like, okay, Jimmy Kimmel, we can skip, like, since it's late, it's 12:30 a.m. I want to make sure I get to the good stuff. Chris, hello. New members bar, no, it does not automatically update. No, Chris, it does not. It's not even new. We just went back to the old fire D&D animation thing. So let's start, I think, not at crime reform, let's start at women's spaces and trans policy concerns. I think that's because then they're going to jump into J.K. Rowling, then Israel-Hamas debate, then where would you live in the Middle East? Like, we got to go. And then if we're done with this stuff too fast, we'll maybe go back to some stuff. But I want to start with the good stuff. Okay, let's not do what we normally do and wait for the good stuff. Let's just start with it, folks. So women's spaces and trans policy concerns.
Gavin Newsom.
Okay, let me turn it down from here so that there's no echo. Actually, let me put in my headphones. Might be the safest bet that way. I don't normally like fucking with headphones when I stream, but in this case, since it's like a debate and shit. A lot of debate. Hello, hello. Can you guys still hear me? Yeah, you should still be hearing me. Dan Ali, hello. Hello, hello. Okay. So let us get into...
Be honest.
I mean, the bizarre, just this bizarre obsession with putting women, rather men, or at least people with penises.
Oh, you're going to get me in trouble. You're going to get me in trouble, Bill. You're going to get me in trouble.
Why? There's no trouble for you.
They can't help themselves. I mean, look, it's 37 minutes in, but like of course they have to talk about trans issues and penises in women's bathrooms. What are we going to do? Hello, Marina, how's it going? What are we going to do about it?
Your life is trouble.
I'm supposed to be totally okay with it.
There's no supposed to be. First of all...
Is it bad that I don't want to see a dick in the women's locker room? Is that bad?
No. No.
I just don't. I don't want to see a cock in the women's locker room.
And you shouldn't. And no woman should.
Damn, we jumped into a juicy part. God damn. Guys, I know you guys have been talking for 37 minutes. Me and my audience, we've just jumped into this conversation. So... dicks in the bathroom, that is a spicy way to start the conversation. Yeah, everyone's just, it always goes back to bathrooms, man. They want to boil down the existence of trans people to like what bathrooms they're supposed to use and what bathrooms they can use. I saw a story that was going viral on Twitter like a couple of weeks ago. Joey Swole was talking about this woman that was complaining that there was a trans person in the bathroom because they were walking around naked, and it's so fucking... I'm so sick of the bathroom debate.
I mean, this is basic 101. And this is, again, to my point about, like, if I just listed, and I could do it for a long time, the things that they do because they're so tripped up by their own
Orthodox
ideology that they think that that makes them a better person, to be so counterintuitive about all these issues like this, that this makes them the good people, that they're way out ahead on this issue, and you're not, and it's not what people want, and it goes against human.
Chris hates them. I can make it bigger, Chris, if you want. Here, look at that. It could be clearer. Chris sends $2, says money to change the ugly members bar. The bar is here to stay, folks. I love this whole theme. I'll be honest with you guys. I can't write ugly in the super chat. Why? Are you not allowed to write ugly in the super chat?
Nature, and it's not helping. You didn't. Yeah, you want to champion women, and you didn't. You did the opposite.
I know, because there's the hierarchy.
You made them uncomfortable,
no,
and
100%,
unnecessarily.
100%. Look,
in many ways.
When you see everything as a hierarchy, literally everything's a hierarchy, well then, inevitably, you're going to find yourself in a situation where the rights of one group kind of falls by the wayside.
Right. It's a zero-sum game.
Exactly. And I don't see it that way. I respect transgender people. I do not want to treat them like the others. I want them to have rights. I want them to be treated.
Damn, the word ugly is banned by YouTube's? By YouTube? Oh, I said YouTube's. Holy shit, I did not know that. Maggie says it's so restrictive with what you can say in super chats. Maggie, hello. I was not aware of that. I guess I've never tried to write ugly in a super chat. Anytime I send a super chat, I'm trying to be very positive. So yeah, I guess.
With dignity and respect.
Exactly.
At the same time, I also know what it's like to be a woman living in a state where we've decided self-ID makes the most sense. Okay, well, self-ID doesn't make the most sense.
No.
Because obviously, as you and I both know, there are all sorts of predators out there who are going to take advantage of that situation. And that's already happened. Right, so there was that big WeSpa story, and it turned out that the so-called transgender woman who was allowed into the women's locker room at a Korean spa in downtown LA was not actually a transgender person, was a person who had a long record of, you know, sexual exploitation and assault or whatever, pretended to be transgender, gets into the women's locker room, and I felt so bad because I bought the cover story when it was.
I mean, look, I don't know about the story. I'm sure there are examples of people that take advantage of certain laws. I mean, the person that people were complaining about last time on Twitter, apparently, like, they had a record of domestic abuse. Like, the person that had transitioned had a record of domestic abuse in the past. So people were like, basically being like, hey, we don't want that person in the women's bathroom, even though they're transitioning, and like the whole fucking thing, man. The whole fucking thing is tiring. No opinion. No opinion. I like that. No opinion. 88 sends $5 and says, new to your channel, do you practice a faith? And when will you collaborate with leftist mafia again? No opinion. Thank you so much for the generous $5 dono. I do not practice a faith. No opinion. I'm pretty much like atheist / agnostic, but I mean, I was born Christian. I'm here in Lebanon. I'm a Lebanese Christian. I went to like Catholic school and stuff. My mom is like a pretty religious, I would say, but like I personally am not religious. I used to be religious when I was a kid, not anymore. But I'd like respect all religions and stuff. When will I next collaborate with leftist mafia? I have no. Whenever they want to have me on, I told Mike and I told the whole gang I'm happy to be on their show. Whenever, if they ever need anyone, hey, I love those dudes. It was super fun being there. But I'm just like starting something with a couple of friends of mine, fellow leftist creators, Uninformed Leftist and Comrade Casey from North Star Radio. We're going to be starting a little fun something together, which should hopefully give you, very much inspired by leftist mafia, which should give you guys hopefully some leftist mafia vibes once a week. Might even be starting a test episode together this week, so stay tuned for that, folks. Kate from Canada sends $3. It says 4 days weed free. Holy shit, let's go, Kate. Let's go. I mean, if you want to celebrate that, congratulations. That's dope. That's hard to do. That is hard to do. So I've heard. Noah, thanks again for the generous dono. Love you guys. Thank you. Okay, back to the Anna Kasparian video.
First reported, but I was wrong to buy it. I should have asked more questions. And that poor woman, she happened to be a black woman who was complaining at the front desk of We Spa. She was dragged through the mud when in reality, she witnessed this person fondling themselves in the women's locker room. Now, this person is not transgender. This is not an indictment of transgender people. It's an indictment of a policy that was not thought through. And as a result,
I mean, to be honest, it could have also, I mean, I guess someone disguising themselves as a woman, it's easier for them to sneak into a women's bathroom and like be sexually deviant. But like, you don't need to do that to be sexually deviant. Any man dressed as a man that doesn't have to pretend to isn't trying to be a woman or look like a woman can get into the women's bathroom and like do that if they want to. At the end of the day, if they want to break the law, if they want to be a fucking creep, it doesn't matter. I don't think people are going to go as far as to pretending to be a woman just to go into a bathroom and be creeps or see naked women. For the most part. But then again, look, I'm not a woman. I'm not here to tell women what they feel comfortable with what they don't feel comfortable with. But in my opinion, like, nothing's stopping just a dude from walking into a women's bathroom if he wants to fucking be a creep. Like, I've heard horror stories from women throughout my life when there were situations with men and in situations where they were never expecting to be exposed to anything where shit fucking happens. So I don't think they're waiting on that. If a guy wants to fucking creep on women and get into a bathroom and take his pants off and play with his wee-wee, I think he's going to do that regardless. So there's no need to have that stigma with trans people. Megger Maggie sends $2 and says, "Preach, Anthony, preach." Well, thank you so much for the dono, Maggie.
For women who are going to suffer, and as a result, there are transgender people who are going to suffer because people are going to make the mistake of thinking, oh, well, that guy was transgender and this is how they behave. No, this is not how they behave. We need to be smarter about these policies. It's that simple.
It's so good to hear you say that.
Yeah.
So I mean, look, what do they want? A third bathroom, basically, transgender bathroom, have transgender women and transgender men mixed in together. But won't the same thing happen there? Like, can't the same thing happen there? You know what I mean? A non-trans person can walk into those bathrooms, pretend to be trans, and then try to harm someone from another community. Maggie sends another $2. So thank you so much. It says creeps gonna be creeps regardless. Exactly.
Really good. I did not expect that.
Really?
Well, in general, you're a lot more reasonable than I thought you would. The fire breathers, you know, are always trying to...
I mean, if we start talking about Gaza, I think you're going to disagree with me probably. That's probably where we'd have the most disagreement. But
That's
in terms of...
Ugh, oh my God, he grunted in disgust. Look at his reaction to Gaza.
You're going to disagree with me probably. That's probably where we'd have the most disagreement. But
Ugh.
in terms of the...
Oh my God, dude, the fucking disdain. 1 second, guys. I just want to spray my finger with something. Un momento. Okay. We're back. Who's wearing pink? Paz. I got my pink hat on, Paz.
transgender issue.
Well, then maybe later. Maybe later.
Like, I mean, yeah.
Because I will definitely carve you into little pieces on that one.
I don't know about that, Bill.
Okay.
I don't know about that.
Carve Anna into pieces about Gaza? What the fuck? What kind of Israel defense, what kind of Israel bootlicker do you have to be like, I'm going to carve you to pieces about Gaza? I'm going to defend their genocide so good. Why are you laughing so hard, Anna?
On that one.
I don't know about that, Bill.
Okay.
I don't know about that.
All right.
But on this one,
Yeah.
First of all, good for you for saying that. I say it all the time. It's no shame to say, "Oh, I believe the cover story."
Yeah, I do.
Because the cover story just means that everybody has their own narrative. Nobody pursues the truth on either side. You have to work really hard.
Yes.
But since it's my job, I do, to get the full story. Nobody ever prints the whole... If you read the New York Times and the New York Post, it's like these two, it's just funny to do it. Because it's like, oh, I see what you left out. Oh, I see what you...
Totally. I
see
love
what you
doing
left
that.
out. It's not that either one of you...
What did he say?
Really hard.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own narrative. Nobody,
Yeah, I do.
because it's like what you left
it.
out. Oh, I see what you.
Totally.
I see what
love
you
doing
left
that.
out. It's not that. It's not that either one of you. Oh, of course, they both lie to a degree, and the New York Post is just sometimes just flat out funny in how they do it. But
They
they
omit.
just omit.
Yes.
And
yeah.
you know, but like you sound like. And I say this as a compliment.
Is he hitting a blunt? What is he smoking? Like, is that like a cigar, or is he like trying to pull a Joe Rogan? I'm an old weed smoker.
J.K. Rowling, because this is her thing. And I don't know if you saw her take apart Emma Watson.
No, I didn't see that.
There's something that was not reported in the New York Times that I saw. Like we don't see that. We don't notice this. This is not worthy of comment, and it so fucking was. And of course, in the New York Post, they loved it because J.K. Rowling, brilliant J.K. Rowling. I mean, not that I've ever read Harry Potter. To me, it's a children's book, but maybe someday.
Same, yeah.
You know,
He just thinks she's brilliant because of the trans stuff. The brilliant J.K. Rowling. I mean, to be fair, I've never read her signature works. You know, her claim to fame, but she's just brilliant because she hates trans people just as much as I do. Isn't that right, Bill? Yeah, right. Drax says, man, weed doesn't deserve that. That's fucking true. Bill Maher in any blunt rotation would make it a nightmare blunt rotation. It doesn't matter who you're smoking with. It could be a dream blunt rotation. Just drop Bill Maher down in there. It's automatically a nightmare Trump. I can't even fucking speak. It's a nightmare blunt rotation. Maggie with another dono, $5. Holy Maggie, thank you so much. Maggie says it's like watching the two kids who ate dirt in kindergarten discuss politics. I know, man, but look, at least Anna's gonna defend the Palestine and Gaza, right? It's not gonna be that bad. Put that blood down, Bill. You don't deserve to smoke weed. Like, it should be illegal for this man to smoke weed. Anyways, let's continue. Maggie, thank you so much again for the dono.
okay, but a great one, I'm sure. Got kids reading, but I just love her because she just says it, and she
just hates trans people. I love her. She's great.
Finally had enough of Emma Watson, who is super woke and one of the useful.
This fucking 70-year-old man just complaining about Emma Watson, dude. Why do you give a shit about Emma Watson and you're complaining about woke shit? Shut the fuck up, Bill Maher.
It's also on things like Gaza, and so which tells you something that her views on Gaza were just as crazy, I think, as her views on on the women thing, and J.K. Rowling was just unmerciful. She was like, well, this is not an issue for you because when you go into a public bathroom, you have a bodyguard who stands outside the door. And she talked about how, when I was your age, I didn't have all this privilege that you're always so hateful. I was home working on the book that made you a star. It was, she just wasn't having it anymore.
Yeah. You do get to a point where, and I think on a lot of issues, I'm at that point where you're just sick of the BS on both sides, right? And you want to cut through all of it. And look, honestly, you're never going to get to the truth if you're only...
We're free thinkers in this, this marketplace of ideas.
Relying on partisan media. And that's what I was doing. I was very much in a bubble. I didn't realize I was in...
Yeah, the woman thing, the whole woman thing. She got her on the whole woman thing in Gaza.
A bubble. So now it's like, I have to eat my vegetables. To me, eating vegetables as someone who works in media is reading and consuming content that is going to make you uncomfortable because it's going to challenge what your preconceived notions are.
Bro, she's talking about like Glenn Beck and Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens. This shit doesn't make you uncomfortable. It makes you fucking dumb. That's what this stuff fucking makes you. Okay, she's not reading like fucking actual intellectuals. There are very few intellectuals on the right anyways. Someone worth fucking reading and arguing with. A worthwhile debate. Like, those are the people she's talking about. Like, straight up fucking slop. That's what we're talking about here.
If you're listening to a podcast...
The truth never makes me uncomfortable. It only exhilarates me.
I mean...
No matter where it's, on whatever side it is.
Yeah.
And
you want to talk about a little bit of truth in Gaza then? You want to get exhilarated, right? I can exhilarate
I know
you.
you're going to say genocide, and I'm going to say, well, you don't know what the word means. And it's like, if you don't even know what the words mean.
I'm Armenian. I know what the word means.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
There we go. All right, now that's a pretty good comeback. But again, like if his whole argument is, well, it's not technically a genocide because if you look at the population numbers in Gaza, they were, 1.9 million in the 90s and now they're 2 million. So that means how could the number be going up if it's a genocide? It's like, oh my fucking God, dude, 30,000 kids are dead. They just murdered, like, at least they've murdered over 600,000 people. Like, are we fucking arguing about semantics right now? Like, that's his thing. The whole, I mean, you're going to call it a genocide, and, like, does it fucking matter? Khaya, call it a fucking whatever. Make up a word for it. Pick a word. Pick a word. Does it matter? Horrible. I fucking hate this, man.
when you try to wipe out an entire population of people, which they didn't come close to doing.
I mean,
they prosecuted a war in which they were attacked, which everybody gets to do.
Which, by the way, let me just say, if they were literally going after Hamas.
Again, he literally made the point that I was making, that I mentioned.
I mean,
they prosecuted a war population of people, which they didn't come close to doing.
They didn't come close to a genocide means they're wiping them out. Look, there's still 1.8 million. They only killed 300,000.
I mean,
they prosecuted a war in which they were attacked, which everybody gets to do.
Again, it all started on October the 7th, according to Bill Maher. You know what I mean? Nothing was happening on October 6th or 5th or 4th. Palestinians in Gaza were living great. In the West Bank, everything's going great. No illegal settlements. There aren't thousands of Palestinian prisoners being held in Israeli jails without fucking, with no charge. Nothing.
Which, by the way, let me just say, if they were literally going after Hamas,
which
that is legitimate. That's totally legitimate. But that's not what's happening.
Hamas hides in tunnels underneath hospitals. You can't.
So you have to bomb the hospital, of course. Great logic, Bill Maher. I see you're using the Ethan Klein logic. Well, I mean, they do have bases under hospitals. You know.
Hold on.
Hamas is the bad guy. If you don't get that,
Hamas,
you don't get much.
What Hamas did on October 7th was disgusting. Killing. I mean, I don't at all hold back on that. In fact,
well, that's the easiest thing in the world to say.
I mean,
nobody disagrees.
I agree. Nobody
disagrees.
There are people who disagree. Actually,
raping babe. Yes, there are.
There are people who think I'm wrong because Hamas.
Was he trying to say R-wording babies? Jesus, please push back on that, Anna. Please don't let him fucking get away with that.
Easiest thing in the world to say.
I mean,
nobody disagrees.
I agree.
Nobody disagrees.
There are people who disagree. Actually,
raping babe. Yes, there are.
Oh my God, he's raping babies. Oh my, he made me repeat the fucking word. I can't believe he fucking said that. Are you fucking kidding me, man? Are you fucking kidding me? Burning babies in ovens and beheading them, that's not enough. Now we're raping the babies. All right, cool.
There are people who think I'm wrong because Hamas, they're freedom fighters. What kind of freedom are we talking about here?
That people see Hamas, the people who hate oppression so much, are on the side of the people, and that's not just Hamas. If you social justice warriors, if you have any other issue besides gender apartheid in the world that is above that, you're just a joke. That if you hate oppression, there is one issue which should be above all because it affects more people, hundreds of millions of women who have basically no freedom.
Let me guess, Bill, are you talking about Islam? Bill, he hates Islam more than anything. Bill wants any chance to shit on Muslims under the guise of protecting women, defending women. This is gender apartheid. Women don't have equal rights
in the Muslim world.
Right. So we should slaughter them instead, which is what's been happening.
Well, you should prosecute a war to the end. That does involve slaughter of every war. You know.
I think
what? You disgusting piece of shit. You disgusting demon. He looks like a demon anyways. Look at him.
Well, you should prosecute a war to the end. That does involve slaughter of every war. You know.
I think. Listen, civilians get killed in wars. I think everyone knows that. Everyone acknowledges that.
Especially when you hide behind them.
But when 83%, according to the IDF's own data, And this is report. By the way, I consume Israeli media on this. I don't consume American media on this. And Israeli media.
One sec, we're gonna pause this. Because what did he say? He said they hide behind the people. Reaction: Bill Maher to the fight over Palestine, Israel. I'm just updating the title.
Especially when you especially when you hide behind them.
But when
Again, there we go. Hiding behind. So we had the hospital, bases under hospitals, and human shields. Let's go.
I think, listen, civilians get killed in wars. I think everyone knows that. Everyone acknowledges that.
Especially when you especially when you hide behind them.
But when
Megger Maggie with another $5 donut. Thank you so much, Maggie. Says, Bill, as a woman, not a single one of us asked for you to speak for us. Maggie, he doesn't care. He's speaking for you. You got to accept it. Bill Maher is defending you right now.
83%, according to the IDF's own data, and this is report. By the way, I consume Israeli media on this. I don't consume American media on this. And Israeli media is super honest, way more honest than our media is. So when the IDF's own data indicates that 83% of the people that they've killed are civilians.
Because they hide behind them.
But Bill,
so do you keep fucking firing at them? Hey, General, we just fired a bomb and murdered 6 people and we killed 7 civilians. Oh, okay. Keep doing it. As long as you keep fucking doing it. Skibbity Rizzler says, okay, Anna isn't going to push back because she likes him. I'm out. The Kunzler debate was better. I saw a little bit of the Kunzler debate, but that's 4 hours long. There's no way in hell I can react to that. Tonight, it's crazy. But yeah, Chris Kunzler's, and I'm sure he wiped the floor with the... what's his name again? Yassin Yunus?
Do you understand that by killing so many civilians,
Nasif Yunus
are essentially multiplying billions?
Because they hide behind them.
But Bill, do you understand that by killing so many civilians, they are essentially multiplying extremism?
I do understand that. Do you understand that there's very often in the world 2 very bad choices, and you only...
I mean, I'm an American. I have to vote in presidential elections. Yes, I do know that.
Okay, you don't have the good choice. You have the bad choice and the even worse choice. Israel has been being attacked by Hamas. First,
they're being forced to make the bad choice, guys. It's everyone else's fault. It's the Palestinians' fault for forcing the Israelis to kill them. They don't want to kill them, but they're forced to make the choice. We either let you become terrorists and come for us, or we have to kill you now. And killing you now is the lesser of 2 evils. That is what Bill Maher is trying to tell you right now. That is what Bill Maher is trying to tell you, that killing Palestinians, while unfortunate, is the lesser of 2 evils. They have to do it. They have no choice.
Well, the entire Arab world rejected them for 75 years. They kept trying to make a deal. They kept saying, no, we want it all. That's what from the river to the sea means. It means we want it all. We don't want a compromise. They've never wanted a compromise. Israel gave Gaza back.
But did
gave
Bill,
it back.
But Bill,
in
let's say our country was occupied by Mexico, right? We have
saying they gave it back is pretty rich. They just stopped occupying it. Occupying it as in like they took out the settlements. They got rid of the settlements. Everything else, Jesus Christ, man. They gave Gaza back.
A bunch of people who are occupying our land. And then they decide,
well,
you know what, we're going to leave. Hold on, let me finish.
They weren't occupying
Let me finish. Let's say Mexico decides, you know what, we're going to leave, but we're going to control their electricity, what goes in, what comes out.
Because they were attacking
We're going to mow the lawn and just like randomly decide we're going to slaughter people because they allegedly threw rocks. They have literally nuclear...
Well, they didn't allegedly.
I mean, Israel has nuclear weapons, Bill. They have nuclear weapons.
And they don't... And that's...
They have the...
Was he about to say, and they don't use them? And they don't use them. They're merciful. Jesus fucking Christ. Why do we always do this? Hello says, will you watch Chris's debate? I would love to if you guys are down. I mean, there was a bunch of things. I was considering reacting to the streaming award, to the stream awards. I think it might be too late by tomorrow. We could watch the Chris and Loner Box debate tomorrow. It's mainly going to be like a history lesson for all of us.
Right.
Military superpower backing them.
Right. Well, they have nuclear weapons which they don't use. If Hamas
No, they don't use it. But
just
to pretend
if
like
if Hamas had a nuclear weapon, how many seconds would it take before they used it on? Well, they have nuclear weapons which they don't use. If Hamas,
Dude, are they gonna use nuclear weapons in Gaza right now, man?
no, they don't use it. But
just
to pretend
if
like
if Hamas had a nuclear weapon, how many seconds would it take before they used it on Israel?
I have no idea.
3.
They wouldn't. It would fucking kill them, you fucking dumbass. It's their own land. The Palestinians don't want to destroy their own land. They love their land. They just want to they want to rid it of the disease that has taken over.
3's the answer. 3 seconds.
How do you know that, Bill? Come on.
Because it's in their charter.
If they used a nuclear weapon against Israel, I'm pretty sure the very land that Hamas cares about would be done for.
Okay,
They'd be done
then
for.
they would be martyrs, and that would be a good thing, because that's their death cult view of the world. It's a good thing when you die. That's why they strap suicide vests sometimes.
Oh my God, this is so 2002. He's stuck in the early 2000s, but they just want to die and get their 72 virgins. Ahmad the terrorist. Do you know what the fuck's the ventriloquist guy? What the fuck's his name? Oh, ventriloquist. Ahmad the terrorist. What was that guy's name? Jeff Dunham. This is like fucking Jeff Dunham comedy right now, man. But Jeff Dunham is probably Bill Burr's favorite fucking comedian. Jeff Dunham, Ahmad. Oh my God, dude, I can't believe I'm searching this. Oh. 48 million views?
Infidel. So you're a terrorist? Yes, I am a terrorist. What kind of terrorist? A terrifying terrorist. How about now? No? God damn it.
Didn't he say I kill you or some shit? Wasn't that the whole thing? I kill you.
Oh. I mean, Allah, damn it. Silence! I kill you!
Oh, he did say I kill you. Yeah, so that's Bill Maher comedy. That's like fucking straight up Bill Maher coded.
On children. The fact that you can't
Yeah, Clara, my dad liked that shit too, I'm not gonna lie.
see the moral difference between these two sides always amazes me among people.
I actually don't see the moral difference when you have like Bezalel Smotrich and Ben Gvir literally talking about exterminating the entire population of Gaza.
Okay, they're not talking about
and these are not, they are. I mean, the statements are
Dude, he's such a boomer. He's such a racist boomer. Like, he just fucking hates Palestinians, Arabs, Muslims. Like, there's nothing you could say to this fucking ghoul to satisfy him.
brazen, they're upfront, they're honest. This is what they actually want to do.
Well,
I mean, the West Bank is another example.
It's in Hamas.
The West Bank had nothing to do with what happened on October 7th, but they're annexing that land anyway. They're raining terror on innocent people, innocent Palestinians. They're driving them out of their homes. Like, listen.
Wait, Cassie says I had to listen to the Christmas album for years before I hit the CD. Wait a second. Jeff Dunham has a Christmas album? Your family listened to a Jeff Dunham Christmas album, or are you talking about someone else?
I am willing to admit, because it's the truth, that what Hamas did on October 7th was a fucking atrocity.
Oh, wow.
Killing innocent people.
Who couldn't admit that?
But you...
Bill, it's hard for a lot of people. Wait a second. Jeff Dunham Christmas album. Oh my God, he does have a Christmas special. 10 years ago.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all the Jews are at the movies.
God damn it, starting with a Jew joke. Okay, this is going to get us copyrighted, I think, but holy shit, he's got a Christmas special. This is crazy. Even Ahmad the terrorist? Ahmad the terrorist?
I want to try and sing my song, but right now, I am not inspired exactly. So, you know what you need to do?
Is that what you were listening to on Christmas, Cassie? You were listening to Ahmad the terrorist serenading you guys over Christmas? Oh, holy night. He doesn't say holy, but you know that's probably what Jeff Dunham would do.
Need to play me something. Inspire my soul with your music. Play me something you think I would like.
Oh my god.
You racist bastard! I hate Irish music.
Does he sing or not?
Note for me, guitar guy. When I got shot in the ass by the U.S. military.
Okay. On that note,
We'll have a difficult time at least acknowledging the truth that what Hamas did on October 7th was a fucking atrocity.
Oh, wow.
Killing innocent
Who
people.
couldn't admit that?
But you have a difficult time at least acknowledging the atrocities that have been committed against innocent civilians in Gaza.
Well, it depends on what you call an atrocity. All wars.
oh my god, holy fuck, dude. Oh, this dude has, okay, he's just a fucking ghoul. He doesn't give a shit. He can't even acknowledge, like, yeah, like, just lie. Just pretend, like, yeah, it is kind of sad when kids die. Just fucking lie. We won't even believe you. But just fucking try it. He doesn't even want to say, he doesn't even care to try to say it. By the way, folks, I'm gonna have a snack right now. Have you guys ever seen a long chip before? Do you guys have these in America? Long chips? You guys want to see the longest potato chip of your lives? Just randomly. I'm not sponsored by long chips. I swear to God. But look at the length. Look at the size of that potato chip. They are flash fried apparently. So these are like mashed potatoes that they make into super thin slices. Then they fry them for like 10 seconds, and then they come up with this little contraption right here. Oh no, this was from like Spinneys. Long chips, folks. Now that is a long chip right there. That is what I call a long chip. Oh shit. Oh, I dropped a long chip. Long chip broke. 4-second rule. 5-second rule. We're not gonna risk it, folks. Too much extra seasoning. Too much extra seasoning. We lost ourselves a perfectly good long chip. How'd you know it was legit seasoning? I could have eaten it. Okay, let's try this again. One more time. A long chip. Long chip. I should use my hand to protect it this time. They don't taste that good. It's just the novelty of a long chip. You know what I'm saying? Not bad. Just a fun party trick. All right.
Going to have
A
atrocity.
double tap on a hospital?
All war.
A double tap on a hospital? So when the first
First of all,
responders
I
show
don't know,
up?
I don't know exactly what you're talking about. I vaguely remember the thing.
Right.
Yeah. First of all, that's an old terrorist trick. That's what they do all the time.
Okay, but are you at least going to acknowledge that the
Wait. The double tap is an old terrorist trick? No, it's an Israeli trick. They'll bomb something. They'll like they'll like bomb a house or something as like a warning shot. Give you like 5 minutes to pack and evacuate, and then they'll bomb you a second time. That's a terrorist trick? What? Anna, just refute this shit.
IDF doing that was wrong?
Yeah, I'm sure they have committed what we would call war crimes, as every army does in every war.
Right, including our own, right?
In every
Right.
war, including the Civil War. I forget who it was who made the good point. Like, during the Civil War, a lot of people would say, especially in the South, that Sherman did not have to burn Atlanta quite as badly as he did. I mean, we were pretty brutal. But would you also then just say, well, we don't know who the good guys were in that war? No, I think it was the North. I think that they committed the atrocity in Atlanta. Yet that's true. They burned when they shouldn't. They were very rough on the South. they were still the good guys. They
What
were
do
fighting
you-
against slavery as Israel is fighting to survive. And also, you know, they
It's funny. So they were fighting slavery as Israel is fighting. As soon as you say as Israel is, oh my God, dude. The genocide is fine. Murdering and slaughtering women and children is fine because Israel needs to survive, Anna. Don't you get it? It's for the greater good.
are the front line in the Western world.
I totally disagree with you on this entirely. I think much of the problems
Wow.
we have in the
He's
Middle
shocked.
East is due to the enabling of this Look, it's an expansionist policy.
Would
If Israel wasn't trying to continue expanding in the Middle East,
So
I don't think they would be dealing
they're
with
not
the enmity, like the enemies that they're dealing
they've
with.
never been asked. They've never been trying to expand.
They're trying to annex the West Bank right now, and Lebanon, southern Lebanon, and Syria, which they've succeeded in.
These are
Yep, exactly. Preach, Anna. Thank you. They're trying to take southern Lebanon. They're taking southern Syria. They're taking Gaza. They're taking the West Bank. They've taken all of Palestine, essentially.
Annex the West Bank right now, and Lebanon, southern Lebanon, and Syria, which they've succeeded in.
These are all places that they were attacked from. When they became a country in 1947, they said,
Attacked by who, man? Israel invaded Lebanon twice. It's the second time they invaded that Hezbollah even came to existence.
okay, we will accept half a loaf. They had as much right to that land as anybody. There was a continual presence there since 1000 BC when King David had a kingdom.
I don't care about that at all.
Okay, but it's relevant.
You can't.
It's relevant to people. It's
you
relevant
can't wipe out innocent people
But
because
you're
you used
calling
to
them-
live there
you're
like
calling them-
centuries
You're
ago.
calling them colonizers. They're not colonizers.
They are colonizers. Bill Maher, when a white guy, when a white Jewish person that lives in fucking Los Angeles goes to Palestine and takes someone's fucking land and home with no fucking claim to that land, what the fuck do you call that? A right to return?
Standing, and they're annexing land. That's what colonizers
Okay,
do.
first of all, you know, the holidays are that special time of year when
Oh my
everyone's
God.
up to-
Fuck Bill Maher selling, what is he selling? Claude AI? Oh my God, dude. Zin? He's selling Zins?
Pouches. Products.
Then they were
Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
again, they were willing to take half a loaf. Then they were attacked in 19. Excuse me. Let
It's
me.
way more
you-
complicated than that. But
What
it's
half a loaf? They took a country. What do you mean they half a loaf? The Palestinians got half a loaf. They got they were like, what? We had, this was our land. What do you mean? We have to take half now? I guess. Wait, now we have to take less? Like, what do you mean half a loaf?
okay,
Well,
go
I
ahead.
don't know if you know the history.
I do really well.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me the wars.
So, for instance,
when
one
were
of
they?
the
When were they
issues-
attacked? What
Okay,
wars?
so in 1967, when
that
they
was the
decided,
first time.
No, that wasn't the first time.
When was?
But when you say that they have offered land to the Palestinians, land that belonged to them in the first place,
It didn't belong solely to
the
them.
whole point of this whole two-state solution was
Oh, good point. It didn't belong solely to them. So why does it belong solely to the Jews, Bill? Why should it belong solely to the Jews?
okay, we'll give you this territory if you promise not to militarize. Without a military, you don't have a country. You don't have a country without a military. You don't have a country without borders, right? Without a military, you can't defend your borders. So if I were engaging in these negotiations with the Israelis, I would say, listen, I respect the territory that you're offering. However, we need to militarize. We need to protect our borders. To me, that's a big thing.
But that's not what they ever used it for. Again, they gave Gaza back in 2005. They could have
They
chosen.
didn't give Gaza back into. They left Gaza, but didn't really leave Gaza when they have complete control over the territory.
They gave it back. But Anna, they gave it back in 2004. That's it. It's for Palestinians to do with as they please.
Because they kept
Ben.
being attacked. They excuse
Bill.
me, just let me finish one
Okay,
sentence.
go ahead.
They could have turned Gaza into a state that was much more like, I don't know, Dubai or something.
Oh yeah, of course. There was. Can you imagine a Dubai, like Israel, fucking Israel, with all the U.S. funding, doesn't look a fucking thing like Dubai. You want Gaza, a little tiny patch of land in the middle of Israel, surrounded by fucking walls with checkpoints in and out, no access to food, water, electricity unless Israel approves it. You want that place to look like Dubai? Can you imagine? How fucking ridiculous is this concept? Look, Tel Aviv doesn't look like Dubai. But you want Gaza? with the minimal funding that they get in the humanitarian aid to look like fucking Dubai, you fucking idiot. Who fucking believes that shit? Who fucking believes this fucking stupidity? America doesn't look like Dubai. Nothing looks like Dubai, man.
If they wanted to. They didn't. Hamas took over right away. They never had elections after that. They were
You're right about that. You're right about the elections,
They're
yes.
a terrorist mafia. Their own population is terrorized by them. They don't like them. All they did was import weapons from Iran, build tunnels, and use it to prosecute this war against Israel. They never used it. So, of course, Israel is going to be defensive. Their issue was they were not defensive enough, which is why October 7th.
Who was funding, who was letting Hamas get access to funding and weapons? Netanyahu, you dumb fuck. He made sure they got access to all of those weapons, all of that funding, because he felt that it was going to help his case to wipe out Gaza eventually.
It happened.
So you're making good points. I'm going to concede to some of
No, don't concede to that. By the way, folks, if you're watching live, like the stream, folks. Make sure you lickety like it.
them. Not all of them, but
No, I don't even
But
know why
Bill-
you want to talk about this.
I know.
It's just
One
like,
more. I'll ask you one more question. We can
it's
move on.
frustrating because the
My problem is, okay, even if I concede entirely to
James Holmes sends £2. Thank you so much, James, for the generous dono. Says, who is this old guy? What a plonker. James, are you messaging from the UK? Are you from England? What a plonker. Who is this old guy? What a plonker. I mean, I'm gonna guess that you're messaging us from England. What a plonker. It's fucking awesome. Actually, I mean, you're sending £2. Yeah, you are from the UK. You are from England. That's fucking awesome. He is a famous American comedian / TV host. He's been hosting a show like Real Time with Bill Maher for like years on HBO. Kind of like an edgelord, also like very like anti-Islam. Made a whole documentary that was like, making fun of all religions, but he hates Islam the most. It was called Religulous. He's a piece of shit, essentially. Fancies himself a Democrat, a leftist, a liberal, but I mean he's very much like a liberal Zionist, neoliberal, war hawk, racist piece of shit.
everything you're saying, how about a little bit of ire directed toward Benjamin Netanyahu, who's the guy who facilitated the funding
I'm going to try to use plonker in my day-to-day. What a plonker. What an absolute plonker.
and has totally admitted to facilitating the funding of Hamas? Why did he prop up Hamas?
He's not smoking blunts. He can't hit that many blunts. He's smoking like just regular cigarillos or something.
Toward Benjamin Netanyahu, who's the guy who facilitated the funding and has totally admitted to facilitating the funding of Hamas. Why did he prop up Hamas? Because he wanted to essentially discredit the PLO. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of whatabouts you can say.
But it's not a whataboutism. The very man who propped up Hamas is now saying that he needs to fight them.
I mean,
and now he's also funding Abu Shabab. Why are you funding Abu Shabab? Who's
Abu Shabab? Abu Shabib? Abu Shabib? Abu Shabab?
also who has ties to ISIS?
These things are not wrong. It just looks like you're looking for something to make a false equivalency.
This
but
is what I want.
Look,
I want Palestinians to live in their own territory. I want them to be able to govern themselves. I want Israelis to live in peace and safety.
Then stop attacking them.
I'm going to attack them as long as they're doing what they're currently doing.
They're doing in retaliation for being attacked. Of course it is.
Oh, my God.
They've been attacked. They were encircled. Lebanon. Why are they in Lebanon? Because Hezbollah was attacking from there.
Right, in response to what they're doing in Gaza, yes.
Well, before that, they've had 4 wars there.
Was it when they were trying to annex land from southern Lebanon that they were attacking?
They were not trying to annex land. They were trying to put a border between the country that was continually attacking them.
Mm-hmm.
If they were...
Fuck you, man. They're literally trying to take our fucking land. The Sheba Farms. Our very own Sheba Farms, man. Okay? They've been fighting over that shit for fucking decades. They've invaded Lebanon twice, man. All right? They had large chunks of the south. Hezbollah fucking liberated the south, man. Hezbollah fucking did that on their own, man. With the help of no one.
If we were being attacked from Canada, I imagine we would want a little border between Maine and Canada.
True.
I don't think you
but while
really.
building that border, we wouldn't then
I don't know
take
where.
a little
I don't
bit
know
of
where on
southern
TikTok
Canada
you're
for
getting
ourselves.
this information.
No, it's not TikTok.
Oh my God, dude, these fucking boomers, it's all the TikToks, it's the wall of dead children on social media. It's these shorts, it's these reels, it's these TikToks. They're ruining the kids' minds. By the way, I mean, Anna's like, you know, she's an adult woman. She's not getting her information from fucking TikTok, dude. She's a fucking news anchor. You dumb fuck.
I'm
But
very
it
well
is-
read on this. Very
Okay.
well read on this. I care about this issue a lot.
I see.
I do. Yeah.
Let me ask you one question, and then maybe we can
Yeah,
get
yeah.
off it. Because
Yeah, yeah, let's have
otherwise,
fun,
I
let's
just
have
want to
fun.
go.
Yeah.
I want to go have dinner.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not interested in this.
Yeah.
And
It's
they
not
have,
real-
Raya, they've invaded Lebanon more than twice. It was twice before the formation of Hezbollah that I meant.
Really, what I started a podcast for. You seem
No,
to,
no,
you
I
seem,
know, I
seem to
know.
be itching to get to it, and now that you have, I'm not going to like back down on it because.
I don't want
And
you
I'm
to.
not Jewish, by the way.
Oh, I didn't accuse
know,
you of being Jewish, and then it
accuse
wouldn't
me.
matter if you were.
No, but I'm saying I do this because I think it's the right thing, and because I feel like
Yeah.
I know the history and the politics of it.
I respect your perspective.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and exactly. You can be a Zionist piece of shit without being Jewish. So anytime we need an example of a piece of shit Zionist, just point to Bill Maher. You know what I mean? No one was calling you Jewish. No one cares if you're Jewish. It doesn't matter. You're a Zionist.
if you had to live in the Middle East, so
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow, Anna, you got to go live in the Middle East. Where would you live? You can pick one city, any city. You can, you know, as far away as, say, Pakistan. You could live in Karachi. You could live in Cairo. You could live in Amman, Jordan. You seem to love Lebanon. I mean, Beirut's nice when the bombing's not happening and the assassinations have stopped.
Look, عيد بأمك. عيد بأمك يا إير. You piece of shit. كس اختك بعيد يا بالمار. واحد زبر. واحد خرا. بدقروا تخرية بتمك يا إير. What a fucking I hate. طهر لسانك قبل ما تحكي عن لبنان يا إير. بتطهر تمك قبل ما تحكي عن لبنان يا أخو الشرموطة. قيربي بيك يا إير. قيربي سليلتك كلها. بالمار واحد خرا.
You could live in Karachi. You could live in Cairo. You could live in Amman, Jordan. You seem to love Lebanon. I mean, Beirut's nice.
Yeah, Lebanon's great. She better love. Everybody loves Lebanon, okay? Beirut is great, you piece of shit. You piece of shit. You bastard.
Bombing's not happening and the assassinations have stopped. Or you could live in Syria. I hear that's wonderful in the summer.
Well, we now have
It is wonderful in the summer. The whole Middle East is wonderful in the summer. That's why you guys want it. That's why the Israelis want our land. That's why Zionists support them. So you can have a vacation home. Oh, I went to the gay pride parade in Tel Aviv. It was so like, fuck you guys, okay? Jesus, man.
Al-Qaeda terrorists leading Syria.
Or the Houthis, I'm sure would make room for you.
Yeah.
Tel Aviv, or the West Bank, Ramallah. I think is wonderful for like a little. It's in the fall, it gets lovely. Where would you live? What city would you live in?
What a prick, man. What a prick. What a fucking prick. Oh, I just want to say horrible things to him.
Where do
I'm
you think you'd
sure-
be comfortable in that dress?
I'm sure it would not be comfortable in.
Wait, comfortable in that dress?
Would you live in?
Well,
where
I'm
do you think you'd be
sure-
comfortable in that dress?
I'm sure it would not be comfortable in this dress in any of the various Middle Eastern countries that have been destabilized by
You're
the
not
United
really.
States.
You're not really blaming it on.
By the way, you could, bro, Lebanon, are you fucking kidding me, guys? Like, come on, Lebanon, you can't wear this in Lebanon. Are you fucking shitting me right now? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Most Middle Eastern countries, Beirut nightlife. Let me just fucking type this into YouTube, okay? 2 years ago, all right? This fucking guy, what's this guy called? Gus won the go, okay? Let's just see quickly what this guy has to say about Lebanese nightlife.
The Lebanese people love to go around the pubs area to party because they keep on bouncing into people they know. And usually the atmosphere is...
Oh, they're in Madam Khayel. Look at that.
Lebanon. They don't miss the before party, the actual party, and of course the after party.
Oh, is
And
that
the
a
goodbye.
woman wearing a dress? Is that a person wearing a dress?
They love life. A lot of the guys are driving big and expensive and they
the biggest car. Like customer service.
They drive the biggest cars there in Beirut. I had a delicious falafel. We walked down the road. I got a delicious falafel sandwich. He offered me a sauce. He told me it was tahini sauce. I told him I'll take extra tahini. These Lebanese, they have extra good time. I did not expect them to have fun. I just wanted to get my schnitzel.
Welcome. Ali Musahlan.
Lebanese people are Lebanon of Beirut and loves to party in this region.
Look, folks,
Lebanon, the
women
best
dressed and
place
yeah,
to
that's
party
it.
in-
So, anyways. Nathan Drake, 5544. Nathan, are you the Nathan Drake? How's Sully doing? Nathan, let me know how Sully is. You should cover some of the Chris Kunzler debate with Lonerbox. I didn't catch most of it, but they spent a lot of time talking about Lebanon and Hezbollah. I'd love to. We might actually, would you guys be down if I react to it tomorrow? It's like a 4-hour debate. We'll try to watch a large chunk of it. Let me put up a poll, actually. Kunzler Lonerbox debate tomorrow, and you guys will let me know. We could also, there's, I forgot that H3 did a whole other segment about me, like last week or something. So I might have to react to that at some point. I also want to do the Netflix, Warner Brothers, Paramount takeover stuff. There's a lot of content this week. There's a lot of stuff to do. Nathan Drake, thank you so much for the generous dono. And let me know how Sully's doing. I need to know how Sully's doing. Is he okay?
On Whitey.
Listen,
Are you? You're blaming Islam on Whitey?
I'm not blaming,
blaming-
Islam on Whitey.
What you're saying
But-
is we destabilized.
Wait, what's happening here?
Middle Eastern countries that have been destabilized by
You're not
the United
really.
States.
You're not comfortable in that dress.
I'm sure it would not be comfortable in this dress in any of the various Middle Eastern countries that have been destabilized by
You're not
the United
really.
States.
You're not really blaming it on Whitey.
Listen,
Are you? You're blaming Islam on Whitey?
I'm not blaming,
blaming-
Islam on Whitey.
What you're saying
But-
is we destabilized. That's why you can't wear that
Did we
dress.
not- did we not
Wait a second. Wait a
destabilize-
second.
I mean, she's right. By the way, look, you can wear this dress in Lebanon. She can dress like this in Syria. She can dress like this in Egypt, Dubai, lots of fucking countries, man. Some places you have to be a little bit more conservative than others, but like he's making it out to be like Saudi Arabia circa, a few years ago. It's still, I mean, Saudi Arabia is still very strict, but like they've made it way less strict, supposedly. You know, women can now, you don't have to wear shal if you don't want to. They're trying to change it up. They're trying to open it up to tourism, etc. Sunflower Dragon sends a $2 donor. Thank you so much, Sunflower Dragon. Says, is that Teddy Fresh on your head? No, it's Sunflower. Come on. It's a Vans hat. There's that little Vans thing right there. It is a Vans beanie. I do own a couple of Teddy Fresh beanies, but no more Teddy. I don't rock my Teddy Fresh. I've kept a few of the items. I just don't know what to do with them. There's a couple of things that I would like to wear, but I just can't.
we
Are
were
you
funding terrorist organizations
the-
in Syria during the Syrian
Okay,
civil war,
what-
starting
are you-
under the Obama administration.
that's why
Did
you
that
can-
not destabilize
that's-
Syria?
No, what's destabilized?
There's a
get-
literal Al-Qaeda
We're
terrorist
talking
as
about
the
your
leader.
dress.
Oh,
Why?
it looks good. I know it looks
why,
good.
You're saying you can't wear that dress in Syria because of Whitey destabilizing?
I didn't say
Beca-
that.
Okay, that's
You're
what
putting
it
words in my
okay,
mouth.
okay, great.
But
That's
the
what
United
it
States
sounded
did
like.
destabilize various
But
Middle
I
Eastern
asked about
countries.
the
Are you going to
dress,
deny that?
and I asked about the dress, and you went right to destabilize. So is that why you couldn't wear that dress? Why couldn't you wear that dress?
She can wear the fucking dress. You can wear the dress. You can wear the dress. Come here, wear the fucking dress. It's over. You can wear the dress. Stop debating this stupid fucking question. The dress can be worn. We are here in Lebanon. The Pope was just here. Okay, there's also like Muslim countries you get. The Pope was here. We're 34% Christian right here in Lebanon. Not that you can't wear this dress in a Muslim country, Bill. Okay, but like if you want to use Lebanon as an example, in particular, ahla sahla. We even have a whole song about mini skirts. ولا بتأثر تنورة ولا بتأثر تنورة ويلحقها عيون الشباب. It's a whole fucking song about mini skirts, man. Okay. Sunflower Dragon sends another $2 donut. Okay, the beanie looks cute. Well, thank you, Sunflower Dragon. Of course, of course. I do have 2 Teddy Fresh beanies, but they ain't gonna be worn here. If you guys like my Arabic singing, maybe I can do a collaboration with Nasif Yunus, okay? AKA Loner Box. وليه بتأثر النور ويلحقها عيون الشباب.
Why couldn't you walk down?
You want me to talk about
Why-
jihadism and Islam, but like,
Why won't you?
listen.
Why won't you?
I mean,
Why?
I don't believe in jihadism, which is why I'm furious that the United States just had a freaking Al Qaeda terrorist in the White House.
It's not just jihadism that is preventing you from wearing that dress.
Jihadism? What? Why are we talking about jihad right now? When fi jihad? Where is jihad taking place right now, man? By the way, my old flatmate used to be called Jihad. Fun fact, folks. Fun fact. Jihad marhaba. And I told him once he was going to the States, I'm like, dude, as soon as you land, you're just going to hear some guy at airport security be like, Jihad marhaba? Jihad marhaba. They're going to call you in. You're going to go to security. Sure enough, he went to the States to like shoot this reality show. And he was like, dude, I thought of you as soon as I got there. Some fucking guy calls my name like, Jihad marhaba? I'm like, yep, you got one of those names that is going to make someone want to fucking call you up to security. His first name is Jihad, and marhaba in Arabic is like hello, you know, hello. So they're going to see Jihad and marhaba. They're just going to want to call you up and ask you some questions. And that's what it means. Yeah, it means holy struggle. That is correct, Drac.
Won't you?
I mean,
Why?
I don't believe in jihadism, which is why I'm furious that the United States just had a freaking Al Qaeda terrorist in the White House.
It's not just jihadism that is preventing you from wearing that dress. Are you saying every Muslim?
It is not just jihadism. I mean, also, by the way, here in Lebanon, it's the Christian clergymen also that are just as sensitive as Muslim ones. Like, okay, they're okay with women wearing dresses and stuff. But they're very conservative in terms of, like, Lebanon is very conservative in terms of PDA. Whether you're making out in a Christian area or a Muslim area, PDA in Lebanon is usually frowned upon. Like, all religious institutions in the Middle East are a little bit stricter than they might be in other places. That's because they're a little bit more old-fashioned, okay? Like, PDA in Lebanon is pretty much frowned upon, in my opinion.
Is it jihad? I don't think they are.
Bill.
Okay, why can't you wear that dress?
Let's focus for a second.
No, you won't answer this question.
I'm not going to defend that religion, like that extremist religion at all.
Whoa. I'm not going to defend Muslims. Listen, Anna, just what are we talking about here? Every religion can be extremist from one's perspective.
Answer this question.
I'm not going to defend that religion, like that extremist religion at all.
Why can't you just
that's
say?
Not what this discussion is about. This discussion is about
it's very much what it's about. It's very much.
Bill Maher has to make it about Islam. You're going to criticize Islam. You're coming to my podcast. We're going to shit on Islam. He had Patton Oswalt on last time. Let me tell you why Islam is ruining London. Like, bro, he just wants people to say that Islam is bad. That is the point, I guess, of every conversation he has on this show. I would have liked to watch the Patton Oswalt. Maybe we can watch a few clips of it later.
Human beings that I don't want to be slaughtered, regardless of what their religion is.
No one does. Then stop starting wars.
It's that simple.
Stop attacking Israel. It'll stop.
Okay.
But the fact that you can't answer that question, and you know that
I don't know what the question is. What's the question?
She's coming to Beirut, bro. She's coming to Beirut. You can wear the dress, live a happy life, do whatever the fuck you want, all right?
You keep doing that.
What's my question? What's your question?
Because you don't really want to hear it.
No, go ahead. I will give you space to speak. Go ahead.
Then you will let me.
Yeah.
Okay. The question is, if you could live anywhere,
right,
from North Africa all the way to, we left out Uzbekistan, you could live there, Kazakhstan, Saudi Arabia.
He 100% thinks of Kazakhstan as the Borat Kazakhstan. 100%. As soon as he said Kazakhstan, and by the way, he says that because the director of Religious, which was his documentary making fun of religion, was the director of Borat, if I'm not mistaken. What was his name? Larry something. Religious director. What's his name? Religulous. Director Bill Maher. Larry something. What the fuck was his name? Larry Charles. That's right. It was directed by Larry Charles. That was the one. Ugh. Good old Bill Maher. Yeah, Larry Charles was the director of Religulous. He was also the director of Borat. Borat.
Riyadh. Oh,
None of the above.
And
none of them.
Or Tel Aviv.
None of them. Literally none of them.
Or Tel Aviv, bro. Akid mish Tel Aviv. He's trying to make like all these other horrible places, or Tel Aviv, eh? Bro, fuck Tel Aviv. Fuck you and Tel Aviv. Can you imagine living with Israelis? Can you imagine having Israeli neighbors? Oh my God.
If you had to choose one, you would. So to you, Karachi, Pakistan, and Tel Aviv, same thing.
I would figure something out, but
that's
I've
powerful.
definitely
Not as smart as I know you are. That's. Come on.
I have.
You're going to
first
get
of all,
killed. You're going to get killed for that for good reason.
No, I don't.
Yes, you are, and for good reason.
Okay,
because,
Bill, I'm Armenian. I have literal family members who currently live in Iran. I have no love for the Iranian regime. Let me be clear about that.
I
don't
left
want anyone
out Tehran. Would you
hold
like to
on,
live
hold
there?
on. But let me just say something.
Tel Aviv, Tehran.
There is so much disinformation. Armenian Christians who are part of the Armenian diaspora as a result of the 1915 genocide against Armenians.
I know it.
They're living in Iran right now. They're going to church. They're being left alone by the Ayatollah, as awful as the Ayatollah is. So look, I'm not saying I would want to live in Iran. I don't want to live anywhere in the Middle East. I want to live here in the United States of America, the greatest freaking country in the world.
You're like a...
Khalas, you don't have to pretend. You don't have to pretend that it's the greatest country in the world. It's not. Everybody knows it. What do you mean it's the greatest country in the world? Ain't nobody can afford a fucking $400 emergency month to month. People are living paycheck to paycheck. People are spending 30 to 40% of their income on fucking rent. A carton of eggs is like, what, $6 now or some shit? People can't afford basics. People are having to cancel their streaming services. Stop calling America like it's the greatest. Like, it's not. It's just not. It's not. It is. People don't have fucking healthcare in America. What do you mean the greatest country on earth? What do you mean? Freedom? Want to talk about freedom? The freedom to what? Not criticize anyone, not criticize Israel. You can't criticize Charlie Kirk. You can't criticize ICE. What are we talking about here, Anna?
Politician, you're avoiding
no,
the question.
I'm being super
Nathan Drake says you can 100% dress like Anna in Karachi. Of course.
honest as I can be.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
100%.
You're avoiding the
No,
question.
I'm being as super honest as I can be.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
100% I'm being honest with you.
No. Because the question is, if you had to pick a city, and you're not answering that question, you're doing what
I have no interest in any place in the Middle
politicians are
East.
doing and saying, I don't want to live in any of them. I want to live in America. That's not the question. The question is, if you had to pick, would you rather live in Tel Aviv? Because I promise you, you wouldn't last a week.
Irene says, did she say it was the greatest country in the world? I didn't hear her. Yep, she said it. Here, let's go back.
I would want to live in Iran. I don't want to live anywhere in the Middle East. I want to live here in the United States of America, the greatest freaking country in the world.
You're like a politician.
The greatest freaking country in the world. Sunflower Dragon sends another $2 donor. Thank you so much, Sunflower Dragon. And says the greatest country in the world, my ass. Exactly. Holy fuck, with the ICE patrolling the streets, arresting anyone that looks brown.
And you're doing what
I have no interest
you're doing
in any
what
place in the Middle
politicians are
East.
doing and saying, I don't want to live in any of them. I want to live in America. That's not the question. The question is, if you had to pick, would you rather live in Tel Aviv? Because I promise you, you wouldn't last a week in the other places, and you could easily live in Tel Aviv.
Oh my God, you couldn't last a week in the other places. He's making what do they think happens in the Middle East? What do you think happens to people? Did we not just do Pope Watch? Bill Maher, did you not just watch Pope Watch? We did 2 hours of Pope coverage in Lebanon, man.
So if you don't think that speaks of a difference between cultures and civilizations, then okay, we'll leave it there. But I promise you it does. And if you had to actually do that, I think you would agree with me.
I think given my very harsh and vociferous criticisms of the Israeli government, I probably wouldn't feel so safe living in Tel Aviv right now under this government.
Well, that's
under this government.
First of all, they have free speech there. So
Free speech in Israel. You want to watch the report on like the school professor who got arrested for fucking criticizing the Netanyahu government? What kind of free speech do they have, Khaib? Shut up, rabbak halla kamani, you dumb fuck. Who still buys this fucking bullshit? Who buys this bullshit? Chris sends $2 and says, Anna, you can live in Bush Hamoud with your people. You can live with Chris. Chris will have you in his home, Anna. Don't even look for a place to stay. Chris will host you in his home. We found you a husband, Anna. A better husband than your current husband.
it would not be an issue. But that is a side issue. We're not really talking about. We'll just say just a person, not you with your vociferous talking. Just a regular, a woman of your age.
I'm sure a woman.
Hey, let me just. I think it was on where did I see that conversation? Professor or school teacher arrested Israel. No, not the one. Democracy Now! Israeli history teacher arrested and jailed for Facebook posts opposing killing of. This was Democracy Now! Yes, I remember watching that 2 years ago. There it is. Israeli history teacher arrested and jailed for Facebook posts opposing killing of Palestinians. Let's take a look at some of it at Israeli free speech.
Funded by viewers like you. Please support our work at democracynow.org/.
Amy Goodman. We love Amy Goodman, don't we, folks?
This news is funded by viewers like you. Please support our work at democracynow.org/give. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman with Juan Gonzalez. We turn now to look at how the Israeli government's cracking down on Israeli citizens who criticize their government's bombardment of Gaza. We're joined now by Maher Baruchan, a history and civics teacher from Jerusalem, who was recently jailed for 4 days in solitary confinement after he posted a message on Facebook about his opposition to the killing of innocent Palestinian civilians, especially women and children. On November 9th...
Freedom of speech, folks. Freedom of speech. The only democracy in the Middle East. Hey, you got freedom of speech. That's all they say. They got gay pride parades. They got freedom of speech. They can vote. They got falafels.
Israeli police ransacked his house and arrested him. They also seized his phone and 2 laptops. Police interrogated him on suspicion of committing an act of treason and intending to disrupt public order. He was then jailed for 4 days and labeled a high-risk detainee. Baruchan has since been freed, but he's lost his job as a teacher and is still facing charges. Despite this, Maher Baruchan has refused to stay silent and is joining us now from Jerusalem. Maher, welcome to Democracy Now! It was hard for us to get in touch with you over the last few days.
Sunflower Dragon sends another very generous dono, $5, and says people got literally fired for posting Charlie Kirk memes. Get the fuck out of here. Exactly. And people, and if you're getting into the States, your phones are getting searched. Have you criticized Trump? Have you criticized ICE? What do you think about this? It's insane. It's insane. And freedom of speech in Israel, literally, history fucking high school teacher arrested for 4 days for saying, hey, maybe don't kill Palestinians. It's crazy. But yeah. So you were saying, Bill Maher?
Of my age who grew up in the Western world.
Just say just a person, not you with your vociferous talking. Just a regular, a woman of your age.
I'm sure a woman of my age who grew up in the Western world would probably feel the most comfortable in Tel Aviv. I will concede that.
Wow.
Okay, but we're having a discussion about which culture we like. When
trust me, they'll feel just as comfortable in Beirut, Lebanon.
In reality, I'm having a discussion about...
Wait, not even just... Fuck Israel. Israelis are fucking assholes. Again, have you seen their social media trends during the genocide? What songs were charting on the fucking Billboard Top 50 over there? Literal fucking genocide songs and songs celebrating killing Palestinians. No one wants to fuck with Israelis, man. Khalas, shab, majnoon, maltouche.
The value of human life. And wanting innocent people to live, whether they're Israelis or whether they're Muslims in some other Muslim country in the Middle East.
You know what? When I'm bored, I know the audience is bored.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cut it there because we've been around that mulberry bush before.
Right.
So I don't want to go around it again.
Okay. You want to talk about husbands again?
Anything. Anything else.
Listen, and I am able to sit with people I disagree with.
Yeah.
And It is what it is. We disagree on this issue.
I mean-
I don't think that this issue alone.
And that's it. I can still like you. We can still be friends, even though you think that Palestinian lives are worthless and you keep justifying a fucking genocide any chance you get. Like, yeah, for example, Anna, no, there's no reason to be friends with fucking Bill Maher. Like, there's no reason to sit there and be nice to this fucking guy who literally sees me and people like me as less than. Like, this guy's a fucking dog. It's an insult to call him a dog because dogs are fucking amazing. Like, what can I call him? A donkey? Donkeys are amazing. Any animal is amazing compared to Bill Maher. What do you call a piece of shit like that? Just a piece of shit, I guess? What do you think, Maki? Maki, what do we call Bill Maher in this situation? What do we do? Like, he literally views us as garbage. Did I wake you up, little buddy? Did I wake you up, little buddy? Little baby. Little baby boy. The little baby boy. Roach, Boomer, Tapeworm. Pretty good names. Ouchie. Okay. We're not going to finish the whole thing. Let's watch a little bit more.
Alone is the makeup of who you are as a person. So I just want to be clear about that.
Yeah.
I think that we need to be able to have these kinds of discussions, as fiery as they are, because this is how we come to a solution or a conclusion. You need the tension. I think the tension is a good thing. At some point, this country lost the ability to sit with that tension, because that's where we grow. That's where we learn, right? And so, you know, you've brought up some thought-provoking things. I hope I've brought up some thought-provoking points. I doubt that was the case, but...
Thought-provoking? What was thought-provoking about his debate? Where can you wear that dress, Anna? Tell me.
I will say this show, whatever the fuck this is, this happens. First of all,
Nathan Drake says this is so sanctimonious. I know. It's fucking circle jerk.
it's ironic because I started this because, I mean, I have a show about politics. I don't, you know, I have a job. This was like, let's do something completely different where we don't have to talk about politics. And
but politics is
you
everything.
well, especially with someone who's political.
Right.
But even people who are sometimes not, because I mean, again, I said if I'm going to do a podcast, it's going to be completely different than real time. Real time, a lot of preparation. This zero. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. I'm high and I'm having fun and I'm enjoying. So like, it does get like this. It got like this with Laura, not to this degree with Laura, but like it would always go back and forth. This one is the biggest challenge of like to get back into a good mood. Like
I can do it.
Never. You can do it.
Yeah.
Are you going to talk about birthing people? Oh, I'm so sick of that topic, though.
I'm having the first time ever. I'm having a little trouble.
No, Bill.
It's
come
okay.
on.
It's okay. It's just very frustrating.
Let's talk about the transes again.
The what?
That's what the conservatives say, the transes. The left turned on me. The first thing that the left turned on me.
Oh, they definitely wanted to. She's dying to talk about trans people again. Nola Magnolia with 50 Egyptian pounds. Well, thank you so much, Nola Magnolia. Super sticker. What adorable little super sticker. Is that lemon and a lime hanging out? It's very cute. Well, thank you so much, Nola.
I just kind of got sick of the lingo that was kind of being pushed on us and the way that.
Lingo.
Yeah. Like, I don't have kids. I don't want to have kids. And I don't want to be called a birthing person.
Another super sticker. This time a dancing lemon. A dancing lemon. Well, how cute. Well, thank you so much, Nola Magnolia. That's so sweet of you. It's so generous. We love you.
And I find it super insulting. You know what I'm saying?
You never will be.
And that doesn't mean I hate trans people or I want to take rights away from.
Harry Beanbag says Bill hates me. Yeah, Bill's like, why'd you make me talk about this? Why did you make me talk about Palestine and Israel? Why did you have to make me defend a genocide, Anna? I was high, I was happy. Now can you imagine being stoned and defending a genocide? How does that work? How do you smoke weed and go, oh yeah, Israel's justified in doing what they're doing. Hamas has bases under hospitals. You got to kill them kids like that. You can't do that. You can't smoke weed and have these words come out of your mouth. How does that work? He's not smoking weed. He's not smoking weed.
It just means this is my preference. So AOC used birthing people or birthing person.
Of course.
And it was in the context of women's reproductive rights being stripped away from them by the Supreme Court. So I'm already pretty furious about what had just happened in the Supreme Court and the reversal of rights that we've had for decades. And then on top of that, you have AOC referred to women as birthing people because she wants to be inclusive. And yeah, I you know, had a little bit of a moment where I was just like, please don't call me on X, Twitter at the time. Please don't call me a birthing person. I'm a woman. I want to be called a woman.
So you fought with AOC on X? I mean, on Twitter.
I mean, I didn't even mention AOC. I was just making a point to the public. Like, this is where I stand on this specific issue, right? The terminology that's being used to refer to women. One of my friends who works for a different media organization put out like
Chris, good night. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for the generous donos. We shall see you soon. By the way, I'm thinking, so tomorrow, so 84% of you are saying yes for the Chris Kunzler debate, so we might do that tomorrow as a reaction. And I also want to continue playing Dispatch. I want to re-upload the first 2 episodes on the gaming channel, and then we're going to continue the rest of the game on the gaming channel. So tomorrow, maybe I'll do a gaming stream, and then at night we react to Chris Kunzler. So maybe 2 streams tomorrow, and then members stream coming up this week. Everything, folks. It's all coming together. It's all coming together.
5 different videos condemning me about it. And I'm just like, is this really, this is worth destroying your friendship over? Really? This is insane. And you know me well. We are friends. And you know that I'm not transphobic at all. I just think the feelings and the concerns and the worries of biological women.
She can't stop talking about that birthing person thing, and she's upset that Emma Vigeland, right? Are we back to... Everyone was nice to you, Anna.
Matter too. And I guess it doesn't matter for at least some component of the left. I wouldn't say the entirety of the left, not even close.
But, I mean, the phrase I've always used, one of my big complaints about the left has been the one true opinion. There is the one true opinion.
Yeah.
And when you deviate from that, it's so ironic. The people who absolutely hate bullies so much are the biggest fucking bullies in the world.
100%.
And they just want to bully you back into the corral.
Yeah, and you can't do that with me.
Well, you definitely can't do it with me.
Right.
Yeah. But, I mean...
come on, Anna. I'm trying to like Anna, man. I'm trying to like Anna, but like it's hard. She makes it hard, not gonna lie. They're cozying up to all these fucking horrible characters, the worst fucking people, the shittiest fucking, the most garbage people.
I love some of what you said there because, you know, the useful idiots, this is the thing that they love, and the people who are marching for the terrorists and stuff. But
Bill, you want to go back there?
no, I don't
Come
want. I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back. I don't want to live there. I want to live. I can live in Tel Aviv or anywhere else.
Hey, fuck you in Tel Aviv, man. Go live in Tel Aviv. You know what? Go live in Tel Aviv. Go live there.
Same. What does it matter? I just want to live. I do love America. Do you love America?
I fucking love America.
I do too.
God, I love America so much, and it makes me so angry that it's not, that our people aren't being tended to.
Oh, this is kind of cringy, guys. Listen, I'm all about loving my country. I love Lebanon, but like Lebanon doesn't fucking start wars. Lebanon, we don't do much. We're kind of, you know what I mean? We mind our own business. For the most part, we're the ones who get fucked with, so I don't feel bad when I say I love my country. I hate our government. I hate our politics. I hate our leaders. But this is kind of...
I fucking love America.
I do too.
God, I love America so much, and it makes...
Okay, like that's weird. Like that is weird. I'm sorry. Why are you what? I love America so much. It's like what? Calm down. Hold yourself together, man. What are we doing out here? A country where most people can't afford a fucking living wage. A country with fucking racism baked into it. A country built on racism. A country that is currently funding a genocide. Multiple genocides. I mean, they're supportive of the UAE. The UAE is funding a genocide in Sudan. We got genocides in Yemen, Sudan, Congo, Palestine. Yeah, it feels really fake and forced. She's really trying hard to like appeal to the right-wing audience and centrists.
And the people who are marching for the terrorists and stuff. But
Bill, you want to go back there?
No, I don't want.
on.
I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back. I don't want to live there. I want to live. I can live in Tel Aviv or anywhere else. They're all the same. What does it matter? I just want to live. I do love America. Do you love America?
I fucking love America.
I do too.
God, I love America so much, and it makes me so angry that it's not, that our people aren't being tended to. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that in the context of like, oh, we want government to take care of all of us at all. No, I'm just talking about, I just feel like our country is being looted right now, and it makes me so furious. I feel like...
I was reading that...
I love America so much! I can't even express.
This really great article about, and I kind of got this, but he put the meat on the bones for it to me.
It's cringe as shit. Okay, there's
Running
one.
your own business is not.
Shut up! Stop it with the ads, you bastard. What I want to see is his interview with Patton Oswalt, because he also couldn't stop bringing up like stuff in London. This one, where's the full episode with Patton Oswalt? 2 hours.
You've probably seen a million ads for hair.
Nutrafol. Okay. We got to see this with Patton Oswalt, yo. You're so vain. Comedy childhood, boomers letting go, the search that the good crowd's comedy. Obama, Jordan. Where did he talk about the UK, dude? I want to talk about the UK and England. Woody Allen. Come on, Drew Barrymore. Dinosaurs. Immigration, liberalism, and what's happening in England. There we go. This is going to be 5 minutes.
Or
Okay.
places that my grandfather would not even.
Okay, look at how uncomfortable he's making Patton Oswalt. Give me 2 seconds, folks. I'm going to go to the restroom, give you a little my cookie break. Here, let's play some nice music in the back as well while I go to the loo. Jim D. Dukers sends another $5 dono. Thank you so much, Jim D. Dukers. To be fair, you do need to be drunk to love America. That's true. She was down in a couple. She was down in a couple. This is our California Dreaming by our beloved Robert. I'll be right back, folks.
It's the final day, but he's really not afraid. Got a lot of money, but you know he's on his way. You know I'm still the same. Might have lost my taste. California dreaming, and I'm headed to LA. It's the final day, but he's really not afraid. Got a lot of money, but you know he's on his way. You know I'm still the same. Might have lost my taste. California dreaming, yeah, I'm headed to LA. California dreaming, yeah, I'm headed to LA. California dreaming, yeah, I'm headed to LA. Sunset Boulevard, leave a star for my name. Trying to find your soul, you can find it in LA.
Bam! Thank you so much to Robert with his beautiful fucking cover. What did I do? Okay. Oh, he turned his butt. Let's watch Bill Martin. Patton Oswalt, folks.
Recognize anymore as British. Like my grandfather, that Andrew Sullivan, for example, says are places that my grandfather would not even recognize anymore as British. Like immigration is great.
Yeah.
Anything can be too much. And
Oh, missed a super chat. Sunflower Dragon sent another $5 and says the giggly version of Anna with misogynist sickens me. Yeah, no, she gets way too friendly with these people. She's trying really hard to be liked and embraced by that part of the population, by that part of the audience. And she's like sold out her fucking morals, man, which is disappointing because she really is based on Palestine and Israel. But at this point, I gave her a lot of credit and a lot of leeway. It's not, it doesn't do enough. It's not enough. You can't just be based on Israel, Palestine, and expect people to forgive all the other shit you've been out there saying and all the people you've been associating with and normalizing.
like
Yes,
it's
and-
become Islamicized, to put it
Anything
briefly.
anything can be
and-
too much, but a lot of times the way that things are framed and represented is also amplified.
Hidden Iron The person's, I don't know if they're on, actually, if they're on Discord. But I remember they sent it to me on Discord. And I believe it was just Robert. I don't remember the full name, but it was Robert. But I can't remember his exact YouTube name. But I know his Discord name, and I know he's Robert for sure. But it's not published. You're not gonna find that song on Spotify.
So that they can make their point.
But like, do you know about the what do they call it when they get kids to, like, you know, grooming, the grooming scandal?
No.
See, that's a big story.
This is in the UK.
Yes, that went on from like the 80s to the present, and it wasn't
You're talking about the royal family.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about Pakistani men who are immigrants, who are grooming poor, impoverished white girls, mostly, in these things, and making them into prostitutes. And
like, why does he specify that they're little white girls? Like, if there's Pakistani men in the UK grooming kids, isn't it bad enough that they're grooming little kids? He has to specify that these Pakistani men are grooming white girls, little white girls. Making that distinction is very nefarious, and it's very intentional. Obviously, you know what I mean? They're coming after your girls. These brown Pakistani Muslims are coming after your girls.
sex slaves and like really nasty shit that would pass for more normal in a traditional Pakistani society where women are not considered equal citizens. And if you don't understand that, and that gender apartheid is the #1 issue that you woke people should be concerned with, but seem not.
So he's been on this gender apartheid thing for a while. And remember when he had Fabio on, we reacted to some clips of him and Fabio. Fabio was like, in Italy, you walk around, you have these gangs of Arabs and Africans. They rape a woman. The police doesn't even interfere. It's like, what the fuck? They're letting gangs of people like gang rape people in the streets, according to Fabio, in like Venice. They're fine with it. They don't care because they don't want to be racist. If they stop the black man from raping, they will be racist. I can't believe it's not butter. Literally, like all Bill Maher does at this point, this whole podcast is fucking rage bait bullshit.
To be, then right away, we're not really seeing the world as the same way. And I think I'm seeing it much more clearly.
Yeah, but
gender apartheid should be your #1 issue. If you really care about oppression, like a lot, I'm talking about hundreds of millions of the world's women. And it's mostly because of the tenets of Islam, to be perfectly honest about it. And this is what's going on.
Just say how you really feel, Bill. How do you really feel about Islam? He can't help himself. He is obsessed. He hates Muslims. He has such a rage boner against Muslims.
Because of the tenets of Islam, to be perfectly honest about it. And this is what's going on in England. And this is why England is having a big problem these days. Because in the...
And Patton Oswalt is like, why the fuck did I agree to be here?
in England. And this is why England is having a big problem these days.
He's like, why the fuck did I agree to be here? I'd rather be home reading some fucking comic books, playing with my kids, something. He's like, oh my God, this dude is fucking lecturing me about Pakistani groomers in the UK right now. And I can't get out of this conversation. I have no idea how to get out of this vortex I have found myself in.
Because in the interest of DEI, they are allowing practices that are so illiberal, which is the great irony. This is the least...
So to be woke, the UK government is allowing old Pakistani men to groom little girls just because they're woke. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? For DEI?
Liberal thing you could be is treating women as a second-class citizen and getting away with shit like this.
I'm not someone that wants to slam a steel door down on stuff that I don't know about or agree with. We have each other's emails. I'll read, send me stuff to read.
And I'll listen to PJ Harvey.
And we'll be totally even.
You should read up about UK. And
but what I'm saying is a lot of...
Second. Let's see. Pakistani men grooming UK.
This news is funded by
No,
viewers
no,
like
Amy
you.
Goodman. No, Amy. Silence. We can never silence Amy Goodman. I'm silencing myself. Pakistani men Grooming UK. I gotta nuke my fucking search history. Grooming gangs. Patrick Christie slams UK in action on deportations as Pakistan refuses ringleaders. This is from GB News. Is that Great Britain News? Is that like Fox News? Police protected Muslim grooming gangs. Tommy Robinson reveals shocking UK rape cover-ups. Okay, I'll show you guys what I'm seeing.
Good evening. Pakistan won't take back the Rochdale rape gang ringleaders. Adil Khan and Qari Abdul Rauf were jailed for leading a 9-strong gang who sexually assaulted 47 girls, some of them as young as 12 years old, after plying them with drink and drugs. They were initially jailed in 2012 and then set for deportation back in 2018.
I mean, look, this is all horrible and this is all disgusting, but like, British people do this as well. Here in Lebanon, like a couple of years ago, maybe 1 year ago, there was a massive scandal. A famous TikToker, a barber, got caught as part of this massive pedophilia ring. He would use his TikTok account to bring in young clients, young boys in, young customers, then invite them to like parties, give them stuff to drink. Then they would film stuff with these kids and then sell these tapes on like a black market for a lot of money. Massive scandal in Lebanon. H3 has actually even reacted to some of this guy's fucking TikToks on their show a couple of years ago. And I remember going to their subreddit being like, yo, this guy's a pedophile. Like, don't talk about this guy. So he's Lebanese. He was a pedophile. Lebanese people. You don't need foreigners to come into your country to do pedophilia. Okay, this is horrible. This is disgusting. These people should be jailed. They all the bad stuff to happen to them. They deserve it. Whatever justice that they deserve, it needs to come to them. But that doesn't mean that it's a Pakistani problem or like a foreigner problem.
But what they did was they destroyed their Pakistani passports. So that's that then, is it? So what about this lot? This is one of the most recent grooming gangs as well. In fact, some of them were convicted just last week, I believe. Well, 4 of them were born in Pakistan. I mean, if they just destroy...
Damn, this guy's eyes are fucking crazy, man. Look at this fucking shit. This guy's got crazy eyes too. This guy too. These guys look freaky as shit, man. No wonder these guys are... Bro, I mean, look at these fuckers. You know, all these people have like fucking weird-ass issues. Look at this fucking dude, man. What's the brother from of Mice and Men? The tall guy, Curly, Larry. What's his name? It's like a Pakistani version of that. I like rabbits.
Destroy their passport. Are they Britain's problem now too? Well, do we have any leverage over Pakistan? I think we do. Between 2015 and 2019, Pakistan was the largest recipient of British foreign aid. We're set to give them 133 million quid this year alone.
But what's the brother called from of Mice and Men? What's his name? Curly? Is it Curly?
So withhold it then.
Anyways, I don't want to watch any more of this.
It started out just...
A lot of the legitimate things that you're probably talking about right now are also being weaponized and amplified to use against people in this country that shouldn't be being attacked right now or vilified or made to feel unsafe.
But it concerns me that this didn't get on your radar. Because if, like, something can't get on your radar, somebody who is as perceptive...
Lenny, there we go. Lenny. For some reason, I'm thinking Curly. What was I thinking? Curly or Larry? Pretty close, though. Lenny. Ah, good old Lenny. Pan that little rabbit way too hard. They weren't brothers. Weren't there 2 brothers, like Lenny and his younger brother, or old George, the older brother? Lenny wasn't even his brother? Well, then why did George take such good care of him? He was petting that rabbit just a little too tight. Petting that rabbit just a little too tight. Poor old Lenny.
Intelligent, understanding of what a broad perspective.
But when you say my radar, like what am I not reading or seeing that? Like where is this being reported?
I'll tell you.
Yeah, let me know.
You know, like
I read the Guardian. I read the
far left.
Yeah. Well, okay, far left, but it's still they have standards.
But they don't. They don't.
But if you're telling me to read the Sun, I'm not going to read the Sun about this.
The Free Press. There's a place that plays it both ways.
Okay.
But I want to go back to something more important. You You say the dinosaurs went apeshit at the end? I mean, I want to know exactly what that looked like. You say the dinosaurs because they knew the end was coming.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about?
Well, they
Partying?
started, their podcast went crazy. No,
Lydia Cruddy has a funny message. She says, I can't believe this didn't get on your radar. Most people don't follow every random crime in every placement. Yeah, exactly. Didn't you hear of the Pakistani grooming sex ring in London? Like, no, actually I didn't, dude. Like, yeah, sorry, I wasn't aware of that. Bill Maher, I don't know what websites you frequent every day to make sure that you're so well informed and caught up on the Pakistani grooming thing. But anyways, yeah, that's strange. That is strange.
it was that when the after whatever the media hit down in was it New Mexico or Arizona and the climate started changing, suddenly these weird little furry mutant mammal things that were hiding in the bushes while the lizard.
Let me try to see. I can't remember what clips I had of him. Yo, so vain. Probably were Bill's Diet, Woody Allen, Nicolas Cage, and the Obsessive Artist.
Roamed the
Savannah.
the savannah or whatever the human thing was. They did, I'm sure the last Triceratops or T-Rex, I don't know what different epochs they were in. I know there was the Jurassic and the Cetacean and stuff like that, but I'm sure the last one that went down in the tar pit made the loudest noise. And then the...
Whoa, 1 second.
A lot of that.
Oh, so here's another thing. Okay, here's another little clip. But wait. 1 second, guys. Something happened in Lebanon. Lebanese army is beating up Jolani supporters in the streets of Beirut. Oh, shit. Okay, cool. All right. Here, let's watch this clip real quick.
I don't know. That's not what we started to teach, which was that every baby is, I don't know. Let's not even put it on the birth certificate. That's what they wanted.
Were we teaching that?
Yes, we
when
were.
Were we teaching that?
Teaching it. It was a law here in California. See,
to teach what?
Don't put sex on the birth certificate. We'll see. Now we've passed that period now.
I'm sorry, I don't remember that. I mean,
I know because it doesn't get in the blue sky bubble.
Wait a minute, I'm not just blue.
Is that a thing in California? When a baby's born, you don't assign them a sex or a gender? Really?
I really think that's a lot of it. Is that some of this stuff doesn't get in to everybody's media.
I'm of a mind because I remember the African American community was always saying there's brutality from the cops. Everyone said, "Oh, that's ridiculous. Stop it. This is all myth." And then cops started wearing body cameras, and lo and behold, there's all this footage of violence towards black people.
There was also a lot of footage of violence that they...
Wait, I'm just noticing. Does the members thing pulsate? Oh my god, it's like pulsating all the time. Is that cool or is that distracting? Looks kind of cool. Looks kind of cool.
Did on white people, but that didn't make it into videos. You see, nobody cared about that. Not that it excuses the other.
I'm just saying, whenever...
Lacoba says, did I miss Anthony discussing the debate? No, the debate shall be tomorrow. Kunzler and Lonerbox, we will try to watch as much of that tomorrow. So here's the plan for tomorrow. I'm going to try to upload the first part of Dispatch that we played on the main channel onto the gaming channel so that I can play part 2 sometime this week. Tomorrow night, I guess we'll react to the Chris Kunzler and Lonerbox debate. Wednesday, I'm probably doing a live stream with 1 or 2 crew members. We're going to be talking about Netflix, Warner Brothers, Paramount, just movie studio stuff. So that's the next couple days. And there needs to be a members stream for members. So stay tuned, everyone. I'm going to stop streaming now. It's a little bit late. I have an early morning tomorrow. I'm waking up at 8. And it's 2 a.m. So I got to at least get like 5 hours of sleep or something. Have a good night. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, for joining us. Maki say thank you. Thank you to everybody who donated tonight. Much love to everyone. Much love to all of our members, all of our patrons. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for making sure that we can keep the lights on. I will see you tomorrow for a fun stream, most likely reacting to the Chris Kunzler loaner box debate. I also need, again, H3 did a whole segment about me beefing with Asmongold. I have to fucking watch that thing sooner or later. I don't even know what the fuck they said about me. I kind of don't care anymore. So to all, much love. Thank you for being here tonight. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your night, rest of your day, wherever you're watching from. Moderators, thank you so much. Jim, thank you. Marina, thank you. Chris, thank you. Who else was moderating tonight? I think it was you guys. Much love to you. Drac, thank you. Irene, thank you. Kate from Canada, thank you. We love you all. Sunflower Dragon, thank you for the donos. Magor Maggie, thank you so much as well. Hidden Iron, thank you. Nola Magnolia, thank you. We love you all. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow and the rest of the week. And as always, to know.